For those of you who don't know me, I'm Margie, Sunny's younger sister. In the Samoan culture, there are two very important rules which must be followed without question. The first rule is that younger members of the family must obey without question the instructions from the older members of their family. When I arrived in New Zealand early Monday morning, after a very bumpy ride, I was told by my older sister, Bella, that I had to speak this morning. I am listening to her by standing before you now. The second important rule is that it is the responsibility of the older members of the family to look out for the welfare of the younger family members in their care. I am sure Bella was thinking of me and my welfare when she told me that I only had to talk for a minute. Thank you, Bella, for the welfare thought. My daughter will signal me when my time is up. Now, where do I begin to talk about my brother Sonny? There were 6 of us in our family. We lost Marie about this time last year. I am the second youngest. My early memories of my brother Sonny was growing up in Savaii, in Samoa. This was in the 1940s, when Samoa was untouched by the modern world. I have memories of Sonny. He had a dog called Bingo. He was truly dedicated to the animal, and I saw the despair when he died. He had a dog called Kifanga. He had a horse called Kifanga. I don't remember what happened to the horse after we left Savaii. But I remember he got into a lot of trouble because instead of going to school, he would go galloping into the woods on the horse. The beach was our playground, and we would spend hours exploring our backyard until we heard our father whistle for us to come home. And woe to the person who was last in the run home. We moved to a pier in 1946, where Sonny attended Leififi School up to standard 6 in those days, which is year 8 in modern education. In the 1950s, Sonny moved to Auckland and stayed with our Auntie Cisa Rivers. I caught up again with Sonny in 1956 when I moved to New Zealand as a 14-year-old. He had already met Beverly, and I remember being shocked at seeing them hold hands in public, something he would never have done in Samoa. Sonny was always there for me, whether it was to pick me and my family up from the airport, drive us around, take the children to the parks, or spend a weekend in Waiheke where they had their badge. His constant concern and care was always present. When he was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, we were all devastated. So many questions unanswered. Disbelief that this devastating illness should happen to someone so wonderful in every way. I remember visiting during one of my trips, and when he struggled to recognize me, I said to him, "I'm your youngest sister." That didn't help. So I said to him, "I'm the prettiest of your sisters." To which he replied, "Oh, you must be Marie then." We both laughed. For a moment, it was as if he was perfectly normal, and he was back to his old self. At this time, it is very difficult for me to think of Sonny and not experience the full range of emotions. He was a wonderful big brother who took his responsibilities very seriously and cared for all his sisters. I am truly thankful to have been a part of his life. To Bev and the children, thank you for looking after our brother so well, even through the latter part of his life. You never faltered in your love and in your care of him. It was been very hard for all of us, but more so for you. I didn't have to look at him every day, Stephen, but you did. And I thank you from my heart. I know in the darkness of your sorrow, you will draw upon the memories of your father and your husband and our brother. And in those memories, I promise you will see the sunrise and the sunsets. God's promise that you will see him when he comes. I thank you again from my heart. I leave with you now some words from St. Paul in his letter to Philippians, where he says, I thank my God every time I remember you. Today, from deep within me, I thank my God every time my brother Sonny is remembered. God bless and thank you.